You're listening to Civic Media. You can tune into any of our live shows on any radio station across the state with the Civic Media app. Find us in your phone's app store and listen anytime, anywhere.
Coming to Northeast Wisconsin live from the Civic Media Studios and featuring TV and radio broadcast veteran John Mino, along with the City of Green Bay's longest-serving mayor, Jim Schmidt. This is Mino and the Mayor.
Begin the day with a friendly voice, a companion unobtrusive.
And here are your hosts, John Mino and Jim Schmidt.
What are you talking
Affirmation
about?
is my word of the day. You'll see. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Todd.
What's your word of the day?
Affirmation.
Oh, affirmation. All right.
Affirmation, thy name is Johnny. Yeah.
Do you know what he's talking about, Jim?
No.
Okay.
He just
Yeah,
handed me a piece of paper. He goes, affirmation, word of the day. I'm like, what the hell is that?
You'll see. Dude.
That was after his rant about the Brewers. How are they doing, John?
Oh, my God.
11-1 yesterday.
I know. I
Oh,
talked
my God.
to a friend of mine, and he said the game. He said it was awful. He was there. And
Which one? Which game?
Yeah.
Involved?
that home opener, people.
Somebody's got to go back in history, and this will be really easy to do. Is this the worst start, like, score-wise? Is this the worst a Milwaukee Brewers team has been outscored in the first week of a season in Brewers history? Although, you know, the big controversy now, though, with that Yankees game is those bats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Was it torpedo bats?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They've been playing Major League Baseball for how many years? 125 years or whatever. And they've never hit home runs like this to start a season ever.
So I just read this. It says the worst start to the Brewers season ever. Yes.
It is. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's too bad. How people get. We're talking about people. It's a tradition.
Oh, yeah.
Old friends meet that
And
are
you know what?
50, 60 years old.
By mid-July, nobody cares anymore if you're
Right.
16 games. But the start of the season, there's always that fun.
Yep. Yeah. He said it was just awful.
Horrible.
Of course, the weather wasn't on his side either, but he said, yeah.
I mean, it's funny. Our good friend Nikki, she's like such the biggest Brewer fan in the world. And she, the other night, I can't even sleep, Johnny. It's like Christmas Eve. I can't wait. Then they get slaughtered.
Oh, sorry,
And then the
Nikki.
next day, big game coming up today. And then like 10 minutes later, I'm taking a nap. Brewers suck. It's like, yeah. Wow. Hey, we got a great show coming up for you, folks. Chari and Kon Knueppel will be joining us. Chari Nordgaard, of course, unbelievable basketball player at UW Green Bay. You know, the Nordgaard family, yada, yada, yada. Her son is a superstar with Duke. Will be one of the first 10 players taken in the NBA draft. Just a great kid. And we always kid around about this. I said, I feel like kind of, when I watch your son play, I feel a little, I don't want to say responsible. I mean, I don't want to say, I'm not trying to take any credit or anything.
Oh, no.
No,
John Mino? No.
I'm not. I'm just being
But
honest.
I did give him some pointers. You
Well,
know, I
his
just want to say.
his dad played for me.
For you. You called the games.
No. That's his uncle. His dad, Sherry's husband, Con Sr., who's coming on with her on our at 6:30, played for me at the Nagani Invitational Tournament.
What do you mean he played for you?
I was the coach.
Really?
Yes.
And what was the outcome of that, by the way?
We came in third, which was disappointing. We came in third. The other guy, and here's the deal, though. I can tell this story. Jeff Nordgaard, who used to play for me at those, and he couldn't play. He was playing in Europe or Poland or wherever. And, I guess Poland is in Europe. Is it still in Europe? I think so, right? So anyway, he said, hey, Johnny, I can't play, but I got a guy, played at, I think it was Wisconsin Lutheran College, and he goes, he's the best shooter I've ever seen. I go, well, okay, Jeff, let's not get, He says, no, Johnny, this is the best shooter I've ever seen. So that was this kid's dad who played for me.
Wow.
Okay? And he's coming on the show with Sherry. But the other guy he brought with him was Steve Showalter, whose son was then a great player at University of Wisconsin for 4 years. So, I mean, my tutelage is vast.
Wow.
vest. But anyway, when
James
he played for me,
Naismith.
when Con Jr., who plays for Duke, one of the greatest players in college basketball, I gave his dad some tips before one of the game with his shooting.
Yeah.
He wasn't following through all the way.
Right.
And I said, hey, it's got to be like you're closing the lid on a cookie jar. That's what Woody Wilson used to say. Closing the lid. Close the lid. So I'm doing it for anybody in TV. I'm showing you with his follow through. Okay?
That's
And
an
I
interesting
talked to him.
video, by the way.
I talked to him about that.
Yeah.
And he said, wow, that's odd. Thank you. And it improved. And I think he passed it on to his son.
I bet.
Who is now a superstar for Duke and is probably going to win the national championship. I am not in any way, shape, or form trying to bestow anything upon myself. I'm just stating as a statistic or
Yeah.
That it was you influenced him.
a small part.
Small part.
It's like the old when a butterfly flaps its wings, what can happen?
Right.
So anyway,
All right.
I
Well,
know.
should
I don't know
we
if they're
ask-
going to bring that up or not.
I was going
I'm
to
not
say
gonna bring it
that's
up.
what I was just going to
Nope,
ask you.
I'm
Should
not
I?
gonna-
You don't want me to bring it up?
No,
okay.
don't bring it
all
up.
right. All right.
Unless I don't.
Okay.
If it gets-
That's at 6:30.
If it happens,
That's
it
great.
happens.
If it happens, it
right?
happens.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
We're organic.
Yeah.
Organic. Yeah. Michael says the Yankees aren't the only ones using the bats. Milwaukee can too. Yeah, they're not illegal. But after all these years, a million years of playing
Isn't that
baseball,
weird?
somebody's come up with a new bat? Isn't that crazy?
And that just doesn't that have to go through a whole process?
You would think. I mean, I thought it did.
Speaking of processes that have to be approved, the NFL meets today, right? The owners,
Yeah.
Tush Push.
Yeah, Packers are really against it. I think it's dumb. I think that whole tush push thing is dumb.
Do you?
Because
Think it's going to get
no,
banned?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's like 50-50. You know,
Right.
that used to be such a big thing in the NFL. Okay, what's the most classic picture in Green Bay Packer history?
The Bart Starr.
Right?
Right.
And Chuck Mersine is on top of him. And everybody thought he was signaling because his arms are up. And
Yeah.
everybody thought he was signaling touchdown. And he wasn't. What he was doing was showing the refs that he wasn't pushing Starr into the end zone. That's why he lifted his hands because that was such
Oh.
a penalty years ago. And now it's like embraced as this big thing.
Right.
So, yeah, we'll see.
Oh. So that's just simple majority?
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be interesting to see how that comes out.
But the Packers are the ones that initiated it, that brought it to the table.
I think
Because
they got
the
some-
Eagles used it against them, obviously.
Right. I think the Packers carry a little clout, don't you?
I don't know. Do they? Do they anymore? As much as like the Chiefs? And
Well,
some
yeah.
of these teams, you know.
But I don't think it's not like
I
the
don't know.
Raiders bring something up. And they're not like
No, not like Al Davis.
Right.
I almost feel like the Packers are looked upon by the NFL as, oh, that cute little colloquial kind of town.
those little
that
guys.
Nice little village.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe you're right.
Let's throw them a bone.
So who votes on now they're looking at going to the United Arab for
Yeah,
games.
isn't that crazy?
That's 10
Yeah.
games international. I know they want to make that
And the
worldwide
teams
team.
hate it.
So they don't vote on that.
No,
That's
the NFL does it.
so that's
They decide.
Goodell.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot of games. I mean, that would be a cool country to place to go.
I know, but as far as like in the middle of a season, you
I
know,
have to
what
fly
is it,
over there.
15, 16-hour flights.
Right.
You know, and you know how that is. It takes a while
It
for your
does.
body to
Oh
kind of
my gosh.
readjust. It really,
Absolutely.
truly does.
It does.
I always thought that was kind of like a
Well,
fallacy until I
No.
made one of those trips.
And
And it's
then-
like, wow,
Well, the other thing, Johnny, is you got to come back and play.
absolutely. That's the hard part.
Right. So they don't vote on that, but they'll vote on the Tush Push, but they won't vote on if they're going to play in the
I
United
don't
Arab.
think so. I think that's just like a league rule.
Wow.
I might be wrong. If somebody else knows
And then I
differently,
saw-
please let me know.
The other thing they're doing is going to 18 games, right?
Well, they've talked about that in the Players Association. But I will say this, the Players Association carries a lot of clout, too. They can vote against those kind of things.
Okay. It'll be
Yeah.
an interesting couple days.
Yeah, it
I mean,
is.
to
Very
watch that because
interesting.
football's way down the road, but still, it's
But again, the NFL does a phenomenal job of every couple of weeks finding a way to get into the news cycle.
yeah,
And if you think that's just by chance,
yeah.
you ain't paying close attention.
They got the map on the wall and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Okay,
interesting.
I'm just going to talk about something, but okay, if anybody notices a bandage on my face, it's right there. I just had something.
Did you notice that, Todd? I haven't.
I did, actually. Did you notice it when you walked in?
That's
No,
actually
if
a pretty
anybody
good.
sees it,
I just want to say that's a pretty good color, though. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's. it blends a little bit, John. You can get away with that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. But thank you. But anyway, big deal. I got something torn off of my face or taken off my face. Just letting people know. I wanted to ask her, could you get my nose a little smaller and stuff?
That would cost extra, Mr. Mino.
So anyway, April Fool's Day, man. You ever get taken?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you remember a really big one, though? Because I can't. I was trying to think of that last night to talk about today.
I got to tell you, Todd, when I first started at IXX,
Yeah.
Murphy was always big into the April Fool's thing.
Okay.
So he wanted he wanted to do this April Fool's thing that somebody like stormed into the studio and started yelling at him for something he had said. And it was, I'm trying to think. It's the guy, he still does weekends there. Cutter?
No, Cutter's down
not
at APL.
Cutter. He had everybody's got a nickname. He still does weekends, Saturday mornings, and I can't think of his name. He did great voices. He was the greatest voice guy I've ever known.
Not sure.
Okay, you'd know it. You worked with him.
Was it Jim?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
So we did a April Fool's. But here's it. So it's like he breaks in to go, and I go after, yada, yada. But people so believe it because, I could see Mino doing that. It wasn't too far-fetched. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But he did that other one. Murphy did another one. We got to call him. Wake him up. He's in Florida. Do you have his number?
I think I do.
Call him. He did another one they kind of got in trouble for, where they did a thing that the mayor, okay, I don't even know if you were mayor then. I don't think so.
Who was it?
They were going to flush all the pipes, okay, clean out all the pipes. And so you had to put a brick, you had to close your toilet seat and put a brick on top so it doesn't come up through the thing. And he did that, and people were 100% buying it.
That is funny. No,
Yes.
I wasn't.
No, but he said, the mayor issued a proclamation or something. Hey, today they're doing.
And he read it like it was official.
Absolutely.
Whereas,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
And people were calling like, you can't believe how heavy of a brick do I need?
That's a good one. That is a good one.
We got to call Murphy and ask him about that.
That's funny.
Wake him up, Todd. Todd, wake him up.
Working on it.
All right. So we got Chari Knueppel coming up. We got Michael Bina, great guy, talking about Cheesy Name Hall of Fame. We got Carrie Josephson, the Walk to End Alzheimer's. We're going to talk about that. We got Jamie Dom, State Officer for Future Business Leaders of America. DeLorean Walls, Packers Superfan Food Drive. Is there a cooler name than DeLorean?
No.
No.
As a name?
Nope.
That's awesome.
That's unbelievable. That's a phenomenal name. Hi, what's your name, son? DeLorean. You just got, there's a certain, wow.
John.
Right.
Todd.
Right.
Yeah, we got the
Jim.
most
Yeah,
boring
those are
names
boring.
ever. We got Greta and Sarah coming up. Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Northeast Wisconsin.
That's great.
We got a lot of bleep going on today, folks. Back after this.
I hate to think I've been blinded, baby. What can I see tonight? And the warmth of your smile starts burning, and the thrill of your touch gives me fright.
You're listening to Civic Media. Stay up to date on the latest news and information for your local community and Wisconsin by signing up for our free email newsletter. Visit civicmedia.us/email to get started.
Hey, welcome back. Mino the Mayor here, 97.9 FM, WGBW, 98.3 and 96.5 FM, WSS, the Civic Media app, and 1590 AM and what?
He still looks over at her.
Oh, you caught me.
He did.
I thought that was just a casual glance.
Okay.
Almost 2 years.
I know.
And I can name any quarterback from 1957 where he went to college or high school, basically, and I can't remember our AM frequency.
Yeah.
Todd.
What would 1590 be? Like in your quarterback number?
Well, Bart Starr.
There was no 90.
Vonnie Holiday. He was a defensive lineman.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go, then.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, all the kids when I was a kid, everybody wanted number 15.
Yeah.
And I did not like Bart Starr the way I liked it. Like I like Joan. Bart, I always thought Bart Starr was too goody-goody.
He did have an unbelievably clean image.
Yeah, I like the bad. I like Paul Horning, Joe Namath.
Yeah, those guys had.
I
a
like the Bad
edge.
Boys. Yeah, I was more along those lines than Bart Starr.
That's shocking.
Yeah. Got a thing here. Another good name, Dante. I thought about naming Dom.
Yep.
Dante.
That'd be
That's
good.
close.
Dom's a good name, though, too.
Dom's a good name.
Dominic.
It is.
But I also liked Dante.
But Dominic was a little bit more out of the Bible, more biblical. Is that why?
Yeah.
So, in other words, no.
No.
In other words, his wife picked it.
I wanted, because Dante is the real name of Dan Marino.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And even at Dom's confirmation, we just talked about this the other day, and they had this lady, 84-year-old lady at these private, Catholic schools, and Dominic Marino. And somebody goes, it's Mino. It's like, oh, Dominic Marino. And it's like, but I wanted to name him Dante after Dan Marino. That's his real name.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But you know who told me? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you didn't do that, John. Father Jim. You know Father Jim from Lourdes?
Browniak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, I'm glad you didn't name him that. And it's like, what? But then Dante's Inferno, right?
Yeah.
Was he the devil? Was Dante the devil?
7 levels, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Yeah.
I have the best view of everybody because I see your faces.
Yeah.
When you said Dante's Inferno, you should have saw Jim's face. It's like, yeah,
Stay away
eyes
from
this
that,
big.
Yeah. But I love that name, Dante.
You know what other cool name is? Lucifer.
Okay, now you're just being a...
What's her...
You like that name, though?
Who's named Lucifer? That's the devil.
But do you think that's a bad... Lucifer? I like
Okay, when you say Lucifer, you know what I think of my favorite song of all time? One of my favorite songs of all time.
What?
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste.
Do.
Pleased to meet you. Won't you guess my name?
Whatever.
Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones. Greatest song of all time. He talks about Lucifer.
I think that's cool. Okay.
I was ruined with Lucifer. Remember the lyrics?
I don't.
You you told me you were a Rolling Stones guy one time.
I like the Stones. Okay, I can't... Yeah.
Did you see them in concert?
No.
I thought you saw them in concert.
Oh, no, I'd like to do that.
Yeah. Oh
That'd
my
be
God.
on my list.
That would be on my list.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, but Dante was, but you know, one of the reasons I didn't know too, Todd, because that was the main character in a movie that is so bad as far as like social redeeming qualities. It's a terrible, terrible movie, but it actually is a pretty funny movie, and I still recite lines to it to this day. Clerks.
Oh, yeah.
Dante was the main character in Clerks.
Gotcha.
Remember that ran the convenience store?
Yep. I bet Lisa Hale down in Oshkosh heard that, and she loves that movie.
Does she really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Hey, Lisa, you can't rent here anymore. Remember that? Hope it feels good. Hope what feels good. Nothing more exhilarating than pointing out the shortcomings of others. You ever see Clerks?
No.
Nah, don't. You shouldn't see it. No. Anybody out there see Clerks? Bad movie. I mean, bad, But anyway, today is, of course, April 1st. It's
Is that what it is today, John?
Yeah. Sourdough bread day. Not a fan. You?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah, me
sourdough
too.
bread.
Do
Oh, yeah.
Fun at work day.
Every day.
Greeting card day. Okay, can I just say something? I went to the store yesterday.
Expensive? Is that what you're
Yeah,
going to say? I mean,
to buy
that's
my
unbelievable.
granddaughters some Easter Day cards and send a little gift card
Yep.
or whatever. When did they become like $7
Exactly.
a piece?
Exactly. Right? They are so expensive. I mean, we just...
When did that quietly
Yeah.
explode?
You're right.
So thank you. You're agreeing with me on this,
I am totally. Greeting cards are expensive. I just bought
It's
one.
like,
They're sitting
why
with
and
somebody.
when did that happen?
Yeah. Oh, if a friend of ours had some surgery. We've got to just, get well.
Right.
And
It's a little bit shocking.
and you're right. I think it was $7. I'm like, that's...
And Brian says, I'm not even supposed to be here. A line from Clerks. Thank you, Brian.
Oh, all
I
right.
will appreciate every line from Clerks that comes in today. Thank you.
Okay.
But when did they get so... And...
They are. And they're not that great either. It's
A
not like
pint-
they sing or anything.
Do you know what a pint of Jack Daniels is?
No idea.
A pint. Take a guess.
I have no idea.
$19. A pint is $19.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a lot. That
That's
sounds
a
like
lot.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you give me that.
Well,
you
no, I
used
mean,
to
just
buy them all the time and drive around in your Vega or whatever it was. You had your Super B. Come on.
Paper bag. You know where
William
you buy
says
your
Dollar Tree $1 to $1.25. Well, that's of course is the greatest store in the world, William. Thank you.
You want to buy your liquor though at Costco? They are a huge.
But I
huge
was actually buying
distributor.
some candies, so I bought it at a candy store type
Oh.
thing. Yada
Oh,
yada
okay.
yada.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
it's
I
like,
got it.
yeah.
I got it. Okay,
What'd you say? Costco?
for liquor.
Yeah, but you got to buy such big bottles.
That's true. That is true. It's bulk.
And
But-
I never have my card updated, and I have to go into
That's
the line.
what it is. That's what it is.
Because it's not like you're not going to drink it. That's
Right.
that's not the reason. Gotta buy some volume. Yeah, well, that's.
Wow, Todd just snorted.
I was going to say you're looking for the reason not to get it. It's because your card's not updated or it's too far away, but it sure as hell ain't the volume. All right. Hey, the other day today.
Hey, you know what? You can't be honest with you.
Sure.
Okay, yes, sir. So I was out at UWGB because I'm doing that seminar next week out there, and I went. I get lost on the UWGB campus every time I'm there. I walk out of Costco, I can never find my car. It's not symmetrical when you walk out because you walk out on like
That door's
an
at an angle. Yeah.
and
That's
it's hard
true.
to get your bearings.
No,
I wander aimlessly.
John, do you where you need to park? You need to park on that like path where you can back your car in, and it's got the path. You know what I mean? Like, that's where you want to park because you can't
Be a
lose
landmark.
that. Right.
Yeah, you're right.
Today on the show, best parking practices.
Costco.
John Mino gets all the details.
I walked for 20 minutes yesterday.
Oh my God.
On GB.
Oh, GB.
And I
That's
Thank
not
you.
impossible.
Thank
that
you.
could happen.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's a tough place.
Man.
You guys are ridiculous.
Chari and Kon Knueppel and her husband Kon coming up.
For WGBW and WISS News, I'm Lisa Hale. Over 30,000 customers are still without power following this weekend's ice storm. Marinette and Oconto counties were hit hard. Check the Marinette County and Oconto County Sheriff's Office Facebook pages for a list of warming shelters and services in the area. WPS officials hope that 90% of those without power will be restored by the end of the day today, just in time for the next round of winter precipitation to hit the area tonight and tomorrow. There are 2 statewide races and a constitutional referendum on the ballot today. Brittany Kinzer and Jill Underly are running for State Superintendent of Public Instruction. Brad Schimmel and Susan Crawford are vying for the Justice of the Supreme Court. The referendum is a yes or no question about adding an article to the Constitution requiring that voters present valid photographic identification verifying their identity in order to vote in any election. Wisconsin already requires a valid ID in order to register to vote, as well as showing your ID at the polls before you can cast your ballot. Over $675,000 in grants to help flood-prone areas will come to Northeast Wisconsin. On Monday, Governor Tony Evers announced $2 million in grants to local communities and organizations through the Pre-Disaster Flood Resilience Grant Program. Bay Lake Regional Planning Commission, Outagamie County, and the City of Oshkosh all received assessment grants to study water flow, flood vulnerability, and hydraulic structures. The City of Green Bay received an implementation grant to restore Emily Park along the East River to its natural wetland state. For more details and the amounts of the grants, see our story at wgbw.fm. I'm Lisa Hale for WGBW and WISS News. For news anytime, visit civicmedia.us.
Miss part of the show or want to share it with a friend? Check out the Mino and the Mayor podcast at civicmedia.us and on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Take Mino and the Mayor with you everywhere. Now, once again, Mino and the Mayor, John Mino and Jim Schmidt.
Hey, thank you very much. Welcome back. Mino the Mayor here on a good-looking morning. 27 degrees in Green Bay, 30 in Appleton, 27 in Oshkosh. Forecast is not good for the rest of the week, but it's going to be sunny and 37 today. Before further ado, one of our favorite listeners in the entire world.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah, if you're, where is she, Todd? Where's Sarah?
I think she's down in Atlanta celebrating her birthday.
And I think she's stranded. I think I saw a thing on her Facebook. She had like a bunch of flights canceled. So, Sarah, despite all your travel issues, this is going to make your day. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sarah. Happy birthday to you.
Wow. John, that was perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect pitch.
Thanks.
That was the best you've ever done. That was right on.
I appreciate that.
April Fools.
Oh,
Happy birthday, Sarah. John, I thought about that yesterday.
Todd, give me an introduction here.
Well, I mean, come on. You heard the oh my gosh on the phone, right?
Yeah. Sarah?
No, this is Sherry.
Oh, this is Sherry.
Oh, all right. Sherry's on. All right.
Sherry, did you hear that?
I don't know how we can come on after that. I don't know how do we follow that up.
I know, right? When's your birthday? I'll sing to you. I will call you and sing to you on your birthday.
April 1st, I hope.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Sherry Knueppel joining us. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing very well, and my husband, Kon Knueppel, the first, is here as well.
All right.
Okay, Kon, listen, I don't mean, okay. When we started the show today, I was talking about how excited I am for you guys and watching you, and Sherry was so awesome, big CBS story, and watching you in the audience the other night at the game, and yada, 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 and it's so great. And I don't mean to that I played a role in any of this. In any way, shape,
Did you listen? I don't know if you're listening at 6 o'clock. One would think Duke is going to win because of John Mino.
No, I didn't say that, Jim.
Okay, it was close.
No,
it was close.
I brought up one thing.
I think we have the tape.
When Kon Sr., Kon, are you there?
That is true. He did say that.
Kon, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning, buddy. Hey, Kon, couple of things. First of all, you remember playing for me at the Nagani Invitational, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
How could I forget anything like that?
All right,
that wasn't the year I got kicked out of the tournament, was it?
No, it was not.
Okay. So anyway.
Those are all the other years.
Remember shooting around? You had a little bit of a rough game the first game, and I pulled you and Showalter aside, and I talked to you about following through like Woody Wilson used to tell the guys to follow through better, and you guys both did that.
Don't
just
placate. I'm
being honest, and I'm just thinking, did you pass it on to your son, who's now one of the greatest players in college basketball? That's all I'm saying.
Although I remember playing for you, I don't really recall that part of it.
Yeah, you know why, Kon? Because you and Showalter were
honesty.
drunk all the time. Oh, man. How great is it for what is going on in your world?
Right.
And not only the fact that your son is like one of the biggest marquee players in college basketball, but also your other sons. I want to talk about that. That's an amazing story. Tell me about the rest of the family.
Right. Our 7th and 8th grader just came back from Fort Wayne, Indiana on Sunday after winning the Lutheran Nationals and going 34-0 on the year.
Wow. Do you know why they went 34-0?
Okay, you got to work.
Probably what we learned.
No. You know why? You know why, Sherry?
You better work John into it.
Because they didn't play against the Catholics.
Oh, that's good.
I can't argue that one.
Yeah, us short little Catholics would have given them a game.
We pray harder.
Yeah, we pray harder.
And then the other, I can't fail to mention the other two boys, our 9th and 10th grader, who just won Division I state in the WIA
I watched
tournament
that
a couple weeks ago.
That was amazing. So, Sherry, I was just reading about your travel schedule. Tell people how much traveling you guys have done this season.
Well, I've been to every single Duke game. So that's, I think Duke is 38-3, so something like that. I actually don't even know their schedule. So that's how many times I've been on a plane. And Kon, I work for myself, so I have the freedom to do that.
Yeah.
But Kon has been to most of the weekend ones, and a few of them during Christmas break and Thanksgiving break and things like that. So, but we flew back and forth from the first round of the NCAA tournament. We flew from Raleigh to Madison to watch the boys, and then back to Raleigh. We flew all of us back and watched again. So we've been through it.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, he's got to feel good too that you're there, right?
And by the way, Sherry, this is Jim Schmidt. He was the mayor of Green Bay when you were living in town. I remember he fixed some tickets for you. Remember those?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. I was mentioning earlier that the last time I was on with you was 29 years ago, 1996 in the summer. Mino, you were doing it in a restaurant. Your show in a restaurant somewhere on the west side of Green Bay. So,
oh my God! You've got a phenomenal memory. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes. Yep. You know, I even remember what I was wearing that day.
What were you wearing that day?
So does Mino.
Hey, Sherry, I remember one time you were really mad at me because it's when Jeff and I were doing that video. Remember we did the instructional video, the Jeff Norgard video of basketball or whatever?
Oh, yes.
And I called him. I said, Jeff, you got to come. We have to recut something at their TV station. And you guys were on your way back to Dawson for like the summer or something, and you were there. And you were so mad because you guys wanted to get on the road, but I remember you were because you were wearing your basketball jersey at the TV station at the time. But I still remember that it's like, ooh, Sherry Norgard is really mad at me.
Into my vacation time. Let's go, Mino.
Hey, Con, I got to ask you this, man. At what point? Because so many. Like Ryan Borowitz's sons now are great athletes, and Jeff's, of course, are great. And how cool is it? And Sherry, I'm going to be totally honest with you. This is one of those old guy kind of things where it's like, how did this happen where it seemed like a year ago you were playing for GB and doing whatever, and now your kid is going into the NBA? And it's like, isn't this crazy how you go from, both you guys star college players, and now your kids are involved and everything? It's weird, isn't it? How the world just moves along?
Yeah, I'm definitely in the stage where all the kids all the players my kids are playing against, I'm always like, yep, I played against his dad.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Went to school with his mom, all that stuff. But it's definitely, like Sherry said, we're 38 games in, and every time he gets announced as a starter for Duke, I just still can't believe it. It still hasn't sunk in that that's where we are. But it's great. The basketball world is a small place, so being able to go through it and all the people that have reached out with support and their fans, and especially from the state of Wisconsin, where we run into people in Durham who like, hey, this is a bucket list. We live in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, but we decided because Con is playing, we're going to make the trip now. So all those things like that have been wonderful to experience this year.
Watching your kids, but especially the one at Duke, any big surprises? I mean, not that he was predictable, but are there any big surprises you found along the way? Or because it just seems like people get into a world and it's like, oh my God, I would have never expected this.
Yeah, being new to it, especially with it's our oldest. I don't know anything specific, but it's related to Duke, maybe that we were just very happy with how they supported everything along the way. So, like over fall break, one example would be John Shire called us just to check in with how everything was going.
That's cool.
Ask if we needed anything, which we did not expect. I don't know that we needed it, but it was just great for the head coach to do that. And then just the support that Duke gives the student athletes all along the way. I mean, you always hear about that stuff, but just being able to experience it and live it with Con too, it's been pretty fun.
And academically, that's an awesome school.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Mom likes it.
Next question.
I mean, it just is. It's just, I think you got to feel really good about. And I think there's a lot of Johnny and I were talking about that yesterday about the
Ivy Leagues,
the Ivy League, just the Final Four.
But we mentioned Duke is one of the toughest schools to get into.
It is.
Yes, Sherry, do you think I could have gotten in there from Mesabi State Junior College?
Hey, one of the things that you have to do at Duke is you have to have an interview with one of the admissions counselors. And I guess he's pretty much a legend over there. So Duke was like, all right, Connie, here on the visit, he went and visited with that guy. And I guess it went well because they they accepted Con too. But so Mino, I think you might have done well on that interview at the very least.
Let me ask you this, Sherry. I mean, NFL, I'm not going to ask anything about NIL, what he gets or anything like that, but do you think he gets more NIL than everything at Duke than you got that Borseth gave you coming over from Dawson?
Oh my goodness! I got a couple of Cinnabons in the airport on the Green Bay dime, so that was pretty good.
How about you, Con? What did you get in college?
I think our per diem was $3 a day or something like that.
Nice.
Isn't that funny when you think back? Because I'll be totally honest with you. When we were on road trips, and I hope they don't put GB on probation for saying this, but we would be at like some fast food, and I would buy some of the guys their dinners just because they would literally have about $6 or $7, to get through. And it's like, geez, let me buy that Big Mac for you type thing. Isn't it crazy how the world has turned in that way?
Yes, I think that we had to hand in our receipts after buying something at the airport.
Yes!
They'd give us cash, and then we had to hand in our receipt too.
Wow.
Yeah, so it is very different. College athletes put in a lot of work to get to the point that they can play at a Duke University, and I think it's great that they can have some compensation for all of their efforts.
Hey, I know you guys are going to have a house full of kids, but could I keep you over for a 1-minute break?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Chari and Kon Knueppel joining us right here, back in 1 minute.
You're listening to Civic Media. Find the latest news, information, and archives of all your favorite shows on the Civic Media website, civicmedia.us.
Hey, welcome back. Mine on the Mayor here in WGBW and WISS with two very special friends, Chari and Kon Knueppel. Okay, guys, I just have to ask you, what's it like going to like a game at North Carolina or Duke or some of those places? And Chari, obviously, I've done a lot of games, and I did Kentucky, and we had a great game down there and everything. But the electricity at a college, and I've covered 1 million pro football games, and there's nothing compared to college football. I've covered 1 million NBA games, and there's nothing compared to college basketball. That atmosphere, when you walk into those arenas, it's hard to put into words, isn't it?
Well, I think the best atmosphere we've ever been at is at Cameron Indoor.
Okay.
So it's so loud, it's so hot. The fans are right there on the court watching the boys. But also, you talk about UNC. At Cameron, there's 9,000 people. You go to UNC and it's packed, jam-packed, and there's 20,000 people.
Yeah.
And they're just as loud. And so you can imagine that. And there's just a sea of light blue everywhere. The seats, the railings, the floor, everybody's wearing light blue. And that atmosphere was unbelievable.
Hey, Kon, I got to say one thing about your son, your eldest here. He's a little bit like you in that he's kind of like a quiet assassin. And what I mean by that is, some guys, their emotions are all over the place and whatever. And then there's the other guys that have that same instinct on the inside, but they just don't show it. They just do it. Do you know what I mean about his persona on the floor?
Yeah, it's something that we talk about a lot, and in our family, and how you attack not just basketball but life too. But the phrase we always use is, "You want to stomp on their neck in the most Christian way possible."
That's perfect. I love that.
So, yeah, so I think you see it come out. I've seen it come out more this year. I think he feeds into. The other guys, they all cheer for each other so much, which I think makes them such a great team. But like, you see Cooper cheering for his teammates more than he cheers for himself. So I think that has allowed Connie to express that with some muscle flexes, or which I have not seen before, but it is kind of good to see that sneak out.
That's so cool.
Let me ask you, as parents, right? I mean, basketball, you've got some successful kids. Give our listeners just a little parental advice. I mean, to keep their egos in check and to keep,
absolutely,
people calling you.
I will
Can I get tickets?
I will say this, and Chari and Kon, you guys could both agree with me. There's other athletes that are have unbelievable physical gifts or God-given chromosomes or whatever. But man, that attitude is the difference maker.
It is. People asking you for things. Just tell me about it. Being a parent of a superstar.
Yeah.
Well, there's two things. One, I got a few YouTube clips or pictures of Connie doing something so unathletic, or where when he gets a big article or some ESPN highlight, then I will send this video of him. One I can think of, he's in like 5th grade and he kicks a kickball in this contest and it goes like 5 feet. It's like the most unathletic look. So I just send him that and I say, stay humble.
That's so cool.
And then the second thing is when these guys were young, we came across a website called I Love to Watch You Play. And I think it has really changed our lives and their lives, where when you're at your kids' events or practices, the only thing you need to say after that event is, man, I just love to watch you play. It is so fun to be here and watch you, whether you're playing well or playing bad. It's just so fun to watch you play. We love it.
That is awesome.
Now, the other side of that is it's not like I'm not taking notes and,
right.
Maybe like 3 days later, we talk about things they can work on and improve. But in that moment, in that car ride home, just saying I love watching you play, it has changed everything for us. And that is what I would highly recommend to parents, especially in those moments right after events.
And maybe I got ahead of myself there when I said that earlier about their attitude. And we've all seen this. Sometimes it's the parents that almost like taint the young athletes. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Well.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't know. I just reiterate that. It's just. The other thing I was going to say is just play with your kids too. The more you can just get out without teaching them anything, because they'll learn a ton by how you act and how you behave and whatever. Just even when they're 4, 5, 6, just get out and play with them rather than sending them to camps. They'll have more fun doing that than anything else.
I had Jeff on the show last week, and he said when you guys get together, you guys like rent out gyms and have some pickup games. I can't imagine the talent level in those pickup games.
Yes, we do. We rent a little Lutheran school, and we'll probably usually start it out by playing a game of kickball, and then we get into the real game. So it'll be like 8 on 8, because of all the cousins. But yes, those are some of our fondest memories with our cousins and our sons.
Chari and Kon, this is Todd, the producer. I just want to say that I would love to see you guys play a kickball game against Jim and John. Can we get that done?
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I'm the bookie.
We're putting some money on that one. Absolutely. Hey guys, just tell me what's
high stakes. You got to be diving for balls. The ricochets off of the bleachers, those sorts of things. So.
Oh, I'm going to use
you got to bring it.
I'm going to use my future NIL money.
All $2.
I'm still going back to Masabi. I got some academic stuff to finish up here. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you so much. Obviously, I've been great friends of yours for a lot of years and everything like that. And to watch and just to, sit on the sidelines and watch this journey is so wonderful. And you guys I just can't say enough about how happy I am for the entire family. And I'm talking about your dad and your mom and everybody along those lines. And Kon, didn't your grandma used to like me?
That is not something I remember.
Well, I do, Kon.
Wow. I sort of say how proud the community is of you too. You know that, but I mean, it's you make us all proud, and continued success.
And you made us all Duke fans, which is hard to believe, but you made us all Duke fans.
You did.
Go Devils.
There we go. Thank you. I can't get off here without saying great job to UW Green Bay Phoenix women.
Oh yeah,
love watching them this year.
Love it.
The national news cycle never stops, but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.